Yo, what's up? What's up, you sexy mother lovers? It is another episode of the Slightly Unqualified podcast. We are out there trying to make claims and act like we know what we're talking about. How's you guys' week? How's your guys' day? Last hour, 15 minutes? What is up? Start with you, Matt. Does Andrew look
Uh,
like you wanted to say something?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, pretty good.
No complaints really. Just watching football.
How's those Eagles doing?
Offense struggled for a while there, but we're good. We got going pretty quick.
Getting,
So
getting there.
yeah, we're only up 6 though. But
Hey man, a win's a win. But I get what you're saying though. I thought the Eagles would be dominating. What about you, Eagles fly down there, the bandwagon jumper? My boy Andrew. What up, man? What you been up to?
Nothing too much. This week was pretty interesting. Tuesday, I woke up and looked in the mirror, and I kind of looked like Quasimodo. You can still kind of see it a little bit. This eye is super swollen, but it's gotten better. I didn't really know. I thought maybe I had like pink eye or conjunctivitis. So I ended up going to an optometrist. It's a fun word to say. And it turns out that there is an abrasion across my cornea. So a small little cut in the cornea, and it freaking hurt. Like,
do you get it from like rubbing your eye? Like
so I
stress?
It's not stress related. What I think it is I recently got fitted for contacts, and I think the contacts don't fit that well. Because I had a hard time taking them out, and I think one of the nights trying to take them out must have just scratched it.
Yeah, man, that sucks, dude. That is, I hate messing with the eye. I'd rather take.
It was
you know
painful.
What I mean? The eyes suck, man.
Yeah, it was like anytime, like the best way to describe it, there's like 3 things that happen. It felt like, when you get really tired and your eyelids are like heavy and like it's hard to keep them open. So that was one part of it. The second part was it felt like I just had like gone to the beach and somebody had taken a handful of sand and just emptied it into my eye. So anytime it moved, it was like sandpaper on my eye. And then the third thing was like I couldn't really see out of the eye very well because it like where the cut was, it was allowing light to come in from 2 different angles. So like if you imagine looking at text, it was like I was seeing two of the images. Ugh. So it was not a good time. Still can I feel like I can still see it. It's still kind of swollen.
No, your face always looks like that, so we can't really tell. But I feel bad for you, man. That does suck. You know what I mean?
It was no good. But my week's gonna get a lot better because I'm about to start a 4-day weekend. My company is off tomorrow, which is cool. And I'm taking Monday off, and we're going to go up to Woods Canyon Lake, do some camping for 4 days. And so very excited for that.
There you go, my man. That's awesome, dude. I hope you have some fun. You get lost in the woods for a little bit, come back with a cooler story than getting pink eye. And we have something to talk about next week. You know what I mean? Because that's a good cover for pink eye, but I almost believed it for a second.
Eye, I promise.
Hey, whatever you're into, man, that's what you're into, Andrew. Smelling what you ate from the night before. That's all you, man. I ain't
farting on pillows.
Yeah, I know, dude. Just rubbing it on your face. All right, talk about farting on pillows. Ahsoka episode 5.
Wow. Transition. What a transition.
We're going straight into it, right? No, I'm just kidding. Not farting on pillows. It was a good episode, I think. But I want to get your guys' take. I want your expertise, your qualified opinion. And I'm going to throw it over to Matthew because it looks like he's preoccupied by that Eagles run right now. Matt, episode 5.
Yeah, I'm good. It's the fantasy stuff, the scoring that I've hated for the last 2 years. And
in what league? Our league or
our
Tom's?
League. Yeah, our league. No, Tom's scoring's perfect. That's exactly how it should be. Ours is the one that's messed up. And they're
overrated, huh?
Yeah, they're going off. They're going off in the chat, and so I'm just defending myself and wiping my hands. Probably just going to be done with it unless we're going to do some kind of rule change. But anyways, Ahsoka was good. I mean, all the people that like love their Star Wars, this should be like right up their alley for them. People that love their Anakin, this is for them. People that love their like the core Star Wars fans, quote unquote. This is more for them than it was for anybody else. Now the people that like Clone Wars and that kind of stuff, also for them. So it was a good mixture of both. Like Filoni did a good job mixing the two.
Mm-hmm.
I like how the live action made when it's animated, and this is like where everyone says, right, this show should have been animated because Ahsoka moves a certain way and she should continue that. When it becomes live action, like a lot of things become a little bit more like not real but personable to the story, right? Like the clones actually 9 looks a little different when like they're live action. And then also like realizing that Ahsoka was a literal child, like when she was fighting in the Clone Wars, that comes across way more clear in live action than it would in animation. So it was good overall. I have no complaints about this episode, none at all. And the constant transition of the two different Anakins was really really good. So no complaints, loved it, and it didn't end up being what I thought it was going to be, but I'm glad with what it was.
Yeah. Andrew, what's your take on it? And I got some pushback I want to throw at you guys.
Yeah, it was definitely different than I thought. I thought for sure he was gonna be like the brother, but it was very cool to see like the chosen one as it should be, like somebody who can handle both sides of the Force. And so I thought that was a really cool little detail, was that this version of Anakin has seen both the light side and the dark side. He can tap into it literally when he wants to. And I think like the overall message and theme is Ahsoka willing to do what it takes to survive, or is she just going to kind of like cope and do what she's been doing the last however long? So like him really like making her work for survival not only was like a callback to his training, but it's also like very cool to see that she now understands that there's more than just living with the crappy scenarios that she thought were her fault. Now she can actually move on and be who she wants to be. The only real thing that I thought was kind of weird was Hera being able to hear the lightsabers. I felt like that was more like that should have been like a little exclusive to like a Jedi.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, another like subtle theme that's gone through in this show is that everybody has the ability, if they like tame themselves or hone their senses, to be able to do it. But I was like, I feel like it would be cool if it was if Jason, he could hear it, and then like Hera's trying, but she's like, I can't hear it, and he's like, it's there, I promise. Like leaning on his little character a little bit more than her.
I thought that would have been cool too. I agree a lot with that. As after that scene happened, I was like, man, he should have just looked at his mom and been like, trust me. You know what I mean? And then should have been like, I trust him. Let's send another one. You know?
Yeah, because I think it would have done a couple things. I think it would have solidified. I mean, we already knew that he is Force talented, but I think it would have done justice to his dad and how much Hera used to lean on his guidance and his understanding of things she couldn't comprehend. And so it would like be a full circle around if it had gone that way. But the Clone Wars stuff was cool. I loved seeing Rex. It was awesome.
That was fire.
Captain Rex. And like it was just enough of the Clone Wars stuff to where those who had watched the show appreciate it and could be like, oh yeah, I remember that fight. But it was done in a way where you didn't necessarily have to watch to get the grips of it. And so like the foggy background and the clouding, that was cool. No, it was good. Solid episode. Great. I loved it. I think Dave Filoni really knows the characters and kind of
he's going with it a little bit.
Yeah. And kind of the legacy of what George Lucas left behind that Disney kind of just derailed when they bought it.
So I got questions for you, both of you guys. I got individual questions because I know both of you guys love Star Wars in totally different ways. I know Matthew's a big Ahsoka fan, so I have this question that I was thinking about earlier today when I was talking to some of the coworkers at the office. Do you think Ahsoka is getting the same kind of love or the same kind of fan grasp as the Mandalorian was or is when they first were introduced to the Star Wars world? But this one's more of live action Ahsoka versus Ahsoka in the animated. Matt, do you think that she's getting the same kind of love, or do you think it's apples and oranges?
Ahsoka specifically?
Yeah, if you put Ahsoka fans love, the people just loving Ahsoka, do you think she's getting the same love as the Mandalorian? Because like in this Star Wars world, this is a lot of people's first time seeing Ahsoka. I know it was our first time seeing Mando. Do you think they're on the same platform of getting the hype for like the shows? Do you think they're on? Explain that to me. Do you think so?
I mean, for like the Ahsoka fans, obviously.
Yeah.
But for the everyday Star Wars fan, I mean, how could it be? You're missing a big chunk of her story, half of it, really, before you even get to her. If you don't know who Ahsoka is before the show and you're watching it for the first time, you can't get excited because you don't even know what Ahsoka's about in the first place.
I can definitely see that.
So I don't think it has to do with the show itself or like the character specifically. It's just people that didn't take the time to watch. Even if you don't watch Rebels, if you just watch Clone Wars, there's another aspect to Ahsoka that you understand. Especially if you experience Ahsoka for like what she is, which was like super annoying at one point, and then just a complete like every time we saw her after that first season, it was like, oh, Ahsoka's here, great. So I don't know that like it's like a new character thing. The other thing is there is no pushing of a new character. Like there's some there is mystery behind Din Djarin to where we could actually unravel that as it went on. Ahsoka is who she is, and if you don't know who she is, then that's really on you than it is on the character. And there's not much mystery left to like understand Ahsoka. So this show isn't to understand Ahsoka. It's to push her story forward of what we already know about her. And we see what actually happened to her in the end. But we know who Ahsoka is. Whereas, Din Djarin, Mandalorian, there was an aspect to it that was like, why is he such against droids? Why doesn't he have his own foundling, and why does he want this one all of a sudden? So there was like a lot of aspects to it that was like, we just need to understand Din's character before you can even get to it. But now in season 3, when we understand Din's character, it's a train wreck. So
I know, right?
So I mean, I just think Ahsoka is someone who's already established, and if you don't understand that establishment, then you can't really enjoy this show for what it is.
Yeah, I definitely feel the exact same way. That's well put. What were you
saying,
saying, Andrew?
I was gonna say I think they're different because you have the fanboys of Ahsoka, Clone Wars, Rebels, all these different groups that have been like waiting for this, versus Mando was just like a fresh new take on Star Wars that it didn't feel like it had to be connected to like the Skywalker saga. And so that allowed new fans to quickly get on board with it. There wasn't like a whole lot of, I need to do research to figure out who this Mandalorian is and figure out his lineage to know why he's important or who trained him. It was just, here's a cool guy who literally gets his own story and is charting his own path. And so that's what was really cool for me, is that mystery aspect that Matt was talking about. Is it's a story that we don't know. We haven't seen the end. We haven't seen a part where the end is.
Or even like a foreshadow of how it ends, for sure. And I feel like both of those trees lead to Clone Wars. Do you think that's my next question? Do you think that people who watch Mandalorian and started seeing all these new characters show up that other people knew, do you think some of the people went and watched Clone Wars or got interested in watching some more maybe animated Star Wars content to get caught up? And then, because I feel like people who go, man, the Ahsoka is kind of dry, but then when I tell them you should watch Clone Wars, and they're like, oh, I should watch Clone Wars because Mando was way cooler. Like that was the best Star Wars story in a long time, and I definitely agree. But I think people are they're not giving Ahsoka her props because they don't know her backstory, and I think they're giving Mando his props because we don't know his backstory. You know what I mean? But it kind of both those stories but come from Clone Wars. You know what I mean? That's where Mando's going. A lot of that back in the day stuff is coming up, and then a lot of Ahsoka's backstory is coming up again. So I think they both kind of lead to Clone Wars.
Yeah, I think there will always be a group of people who are very skeptical of getting into the Clone Wars. One, because it's animated. Like, some people will just be like, well, Star Wars isn't supposed to be animated. It's supposed to be live action. And like, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be Star Wars, but like a great example was when the original Into the Spider-Verse came out. Like, I was hyped for it. My wife was like, it's a cartoon. What are you getting so excited about this? Like, It's a kid's movie, childish. Like, but then like I made her go and see it, and she was like, whoa, that was pretty intense. Like, I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. And so that's kind of the first hurdle that Clone Wars, especially like Rebels, because Rebels feels like even more oriented towards kids. But there's like a lot of really good storytelling within that. That, like, again, if you have the opportunity to get into it and you've never watched it before, it's really good. But also, to kind of like go full circle about what we were talking to, the Clone Wars is something that was like pretty heavily skipped by George Lucas, and he's come out and said, like, I wanted to tell more of that story, and so this is an opportunity to tell that mystery of what happened within those 3 years. You know, why from episode 2 to episode 3 do we have an Anakin who's just like way more off the hinge, has a scar on his face, like has grown so fast. And so there's just like a lot of that fill in the gap kind of understanding. But you definitely got to get over that first hurdle of it being animated.
Yeah, we have a brother-in-law between me and Matt who we were one day we were sitting at his house. We were talking about, if you love Star Wars, watch the animated stuff. Watch the animated stuff. It took him. He was like, okay. And then about a month later, he called us, right, Matt, and was like, yeah, I have so much more respect for Star Wars. Like, the story is just 10 times better. And it's like, it's weird. It's slept on, but all right. So last topic before we get off Star Wars, or a little thing here. Matthew, give me your pitch. Dave Filoni calls Matt and goes, yo, episode 6. Help me out with this. What are you trying to see in episode 6? Also, too, Andrew, I'm going to come to you next with the same thing. What do you want to see?
I need to see a 2-minute journey. I don't want to see a freaking episode-long journey where they're going to finally meet Ezra. I don't need anything longer than 5 minutes. Like that, at max, it's a discussion, and we're here. And then from there, like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're trying to find, like, I don't know where they're at. If it's a different galaxy, like if it takes them to a different galaxy, that's one thing, right? And then you have another filler episode, which is 7 of them trying to find everybody, and then 8 is like, here we are. I hope they don't go that route. I hope they take them right to wherever Ezra is.
Yeah, me too.
And I hope that just gets going immediately, because I think having a episode where Ahsoka finds Ezra and Sabine is with Thrawn, there's a potential for episode 7 to bridge the gap of, from Ezra's point of view, here's what happened with me and Thrawn all these years. Kind of like they did it with Boba Fett's show, where like it kind of shows how he came to be, like present day. Episode 7 could just be Thrawn and Ezra, even though it's an Ahsoka show. Thrawn and Ezra is like what happened for all these years, and how it got to the point where it got to. And then from there, Ahsoka confronts Thrawn. They try and save Sabine, and then, you know, episode 8 after that. So if I'm episode 6, I'm basically just getting to the planet as fast as I can, and I'm on the planet trying to find Ezra, and it ends in the last 10 minutes finding Ezra. That's it. Nothing. I don't have anything specific, but
that's kind of.
I don't want to see the travel episode. Like, I don't need to see them traveling for 30-45 minutes.
Or a Boba Fett Power Ranger episode. Did you see random whales? Nah. All right, Andrew, what do you want to see episode 6?
So I think one of the most glossed over things within Disney Star Wars is the ability to create new worlds. So like if you think back to like the original trilogy, you start off with the desert planet, and then you went snow planet, and then you went forest planet, and then you went city planet. Like there was all these cool planets that were just like crazy, wacky ideas. So going to a new galaxy, I think you have the opportunity to see a different planet, whether that's just weird, like the way things grow. It's completely different than what we're used to. But give us like a space planet, like a different planet. I for sure don't want to see a desert planet again. Like
it's characteristically different than the other galaxies. Yeah,
totally. And then if Dave Filoni came knocking on my door, I would say I don't think we get Ahsoka at all in this episode. I think we're playing. Yeah, we play catch up with Sabine, that crew, them finding Thrawn. Kind of understanding, okay, here's Thrawn. I don't think we get Ezra yet, but I think the episode would be heavily versed around Thrawn, his plan to come back, what his overall plan is, and then focusing on Balin's being like, nope, this is not what I thought. This is a big mistake that we've made, to where he's like, no, I'm out. Like, this isn't what I signed up for. Like pushed too far over the edge. And then I think there'd be conflict between him and Shen. And then
I kind of see that too.
I just don't think, I think it's all like villain driving episode. And then episode 7, then give us Ahsoka showing up.
Because there's 8, right? There's 8, Matt?
8 episodes.
Yeah. 8 episodes. I could give away a villain episode. Easily. No travel episode, like Matthew said. I'm not trying to no filler travel. They're just sitting on the ship. No, none of that. But I can see that. All right, well, let's jump off the Star Wars topic. And before I jump off the Star Wars topic, I was reading an article earlier. Headline says, Boba Fett Season 2, can it fix Star Wars?
No.
That's exactly what I said and just scrolled right past it.
Can it fix itself? I wonder if it's its own show.
It's pretty funny, but all right. So we're going on to the next one.
Rest
Aquaman.
in peace, Boba.
I know, man, and he got signed on for Season 2, so they're doing Season 2. It's kind of interesting, but all right. Next one is Aquaman. The new trailer drop. Thoughts, predictions. What are you guys thinking about the CGI? Let me get it to Andrew down there. What you got, Andrew?
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not like super excited. It looked like another version of what we've seen, where there's just gonna be not a great story, and then there's gonna be a ton of CGI vomit everywhere. Black Manta looks cool. I'm cool with that. The hard part is DC is so far behind that we're getting the same story. Like, this is the Thor and Loki story happening. Like, oh, well, we got to team up with the bad brother to conquer the villain. Like, we've seen this already. Like, do something original.
That's not fair.
What do you mean it's not fair?
We've seen every aspect of comic movies now for, I don't know, 15 years. So no matter what they do, you are making it unfair for the DC, not themselves.
I'm just saying that's my opinion.
I got a lot of Thor.
Your opinion can
feeling
be
on that one too.
Doesn't mean it's fair.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That is true. Because what we want and what they're giving us, you can only write so many stories until you're telling the same story twice. I get that. That makes sense.
And they already are repeating, like there already are copycats. Okay, so here's like the comeback to that on the DC side. There is no Thanos without Darkseid. We've seen Thanos before. His name is Darkseid. So it's like totally. Okay, like you can't.
If you're gonna rip off a
make perfect sense.
So for Moon Knight, we just saw Moon Knight. We've seen Batman for the last 20 years. But
totally,
you loved Moon Knight, didn't you?
Yeah, but Moonlight was the elements of Moon Knight that were really cool. Was the whole schizophrenia, split personality thing?
Really,
that's not really like a. Yeah, I mean, Oscar Isaac knocked it out of the park, but that's like a core concept of Moon Knight that Batman doesn't have. He's not switching between people.
Bruce Wayne and Batman, but it's all good. We get it.
But anyway,
I get you saying. It's
hard to take. It's hard to take Jason Momoa serious too. Like,
when I saw it, I'm not gonna lie, I got a lot of Thor vibes, but it's like Matthew said. Are we holding it up against Thor because of the similar storylines?
So there's
a lot of things that's similar.
when I watched.
Wait. Let me give me 1 second, Andrew. Matthew, break yours down before we give our 2 cents into this. What is your thoughts?
Andrew, you like Ahsoka, right?
I like Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
You know, it's strikingly similar, if not exact copies of Treasure Planet.
Yeah, I saw those. Yeah.
But you didn't say it's the same as Treasure Planet,
but,
did you? You enjoyed it for what it was, right?
To be fair, I think out of the three of us, I'm probably the only one that really likes Treasure Planet.
I love Treasure Planet.
All right. Well,
remember that my childhood is the worst era of Disney, which is that era. But Treasure Planet was the only good film of that era.
Treasure Planet was.
It's like Treasure Planet or Home on the Range.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
I mean,
never seen it, but I hear it's really
good. It's literally the Ahsoka story, but.
Oh really?
It's pretty scarily similar.
That's what I'm saying. Like the carbon copy thing is only because he wants to just demean Aquaman specifically. If it was almost any other DC character, he probably wouldn't care as much. But honestly, he just hates Aquaman so much.
What I was gonna say before Steven interrupted me is like watching the trailer. I was like, yeah, cool. Like I didn't really enjoy the first Aquaman too much. I didn't think of like the similarity to the Thor thing until he asked me, "What are your thoughts on it?" And then I was like, "Oh yeah, that's what I think about it."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Matt, what's your thoughts?
I mean, like the CGI, I'm a part of it. Every movie is going to be CGI if it's not like Scorsese or Nolan. So again, it is what it is, kind of a thing. And the CGI does not look bad, and it's underwater, and it's in a make-believe city that's supposed to be super bright underwater. Like they did fine with Namor, with all CGI. So I don't anticipate it being bad with DC.
Yeah.
And it looked fine. Like the trailer looked fine. Unless you like go frame by frame, which we're not going to do because we're not nitpickers. Then it looks fine. The story point of it, I don't know. I'm at a point with DC where nothing. This story adds nothing to the DC.
Yeah,
the James Gunn DCU, and looks like it'll be a fun movie. I actually like the first Aquaman, but I'm not like, oh my god, Aquaman's coming out. Like,
is there anybody that is like that though?
There's Aquaman fans
probably
out there.
Somebody, yeah.
I feel like that's such a hard character to
identify with, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, but I'm not gonna lie.
Fish guy?
I don't think so.
The
fish guy. That is so again. Like,
oh my god, he's just shitting on it now.
The way you dumb things down is like so crazy. Someone's like, oh, he's not relatable. The guy that can freaking sling webs and crawl walls. Oh. But it's like that's not what makes him relatable.
Yeah. He's like, Superman, he's so relatable, but the guy who's underwater,
Yeah, exactly.
The fish guy.
The fish guy.
I get it though. I get it, Andrew. And I get what you're saying. And this is a weird take. I'm more excited to see this one than I am the first one. To be honest with you. I feel like if you're going to go CGI,
because there's less Amber Heard in it?
Maybe that, but I did like the giant turtle. Yeah, we don't know that yet. I do like the dark creatures of the ocean scene where like the thing was coming down. That actually looked really cool. And then the big snapping turtle looked kind of cool. If you're going to give me a terrible storyline and just a lot of cool CGI, I'm in. Like, what was that? Transformers, yeah. There's Transformers. Terrible storyline. Optimus Prime gets his ass kicked every movie, but super cool CGI. I'm cool with it. Yeah, so CGI, throw up, I'm in. Bad story, cool CGI, I'm in. But yeah, bad CGI, bad story.
Yeah, there's just like there's a couple things that like I don't know. Maybe I'm just I have a hard time seeing Jason Momoa in that role. Like it's just weird. And then what's the brother? What's his name?
I don't even know his name.
Ocean Master, but the guy is stupid name. That's his name. I'm pretty sure. But
the guy Destroyer,
the guy who plays him, I just feel like that's not his role either. Like he just looks like a tool. But
yeah. All right, let's jump off this one then. All right, let's get into this new segment we're calling Sticks and Clicks. It's my little favorite game I want to play, or a little topic where we're bringing up games that a lot of people are not playing right now, or we're interested in that we just haven't played yet, or we just started playing and we're falling in love with it. I reached out to Matt a little earlier and Andrew, and they're going to give us the games that are on the radar that maybe they think people should play, or they're trying to sell us to play, or they want to play really bad, just haven't been able to pick it up. I'm going to start with Matt. What you got, Matt? What's a game? PC, Android, iPhone, console? What's a game?
Well, first and foremost, go Birds, baby. We just won 34-28. It's 2-0 start from the best team in the league. So the game I'm playing right now, I'm waiting for Call of Duty, obviously. Like that's like such a boring answer. I'm not really anticipating Spider-Man, believe it or not, because I don't have a PlayStation anymore. So, but anyways, I don't know. Games kind of suck right now in general, like really badly. And the games that have come out, I'm not even interested in. But if I had to pick one, it's a real life / also a computer game. There's like a workaround I can do for a computer, which I've been playing. I've actually been playing Disney's Lorcana. It's like a trading card game. Yeah. I'm super into it. So
like the actual physical game or like online playing?
Both.
Oh, they have an online. I didn't know they
have online. They do not. Pixel. It's a thing called Pixel Board where you can Pixel Board's like a trading card game platform, I guess. Where like if they have a supported service for that game, they'll run it on there. You have to like put like a link in and it routes it to there or whatever. So I've been playing it that way digitally, and then I want to start going to like some card shops and like playing tournaments because you get like cash prizes or whatever. But yeah, Lorcana, that's my game right now. That's my first ever trading card game that I've ever played,
that's dope, man.
Or even tried to understand. And so far, I love it. It's like it's really weird because like I'm used to playing Call of Duty where like I'm on a computer, like leaning forward, headphones on, and now like at night my wife is sleeping or whatever in the same room, and I just pop Lorcana up. It's like dead quiet, and I'm just sitting here, no headphones on, but like I'm that's like more intense than ever. It's like chess.
Yeah, man.
But it's been good. Love it so far.
All right, man. What about you, Andrew? What you been up to? What you playing?
So,
and Rocket League is
I might have misunderstood the assignment. Shocker.
It's all good.
But here's what I came up with. So earlier today, there was a Nintendo Direct that happened.
Oh, yeah.
One of the like sneaked in the cracks releases was there's a new Prince of Persia game.
I saw this.
And I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I really liked the OG Sands of Time because just the concept of if you're running on a wall, you make a mistake and you have the ability to reverse and undo your mistake. Like, that was so cool. Or if you're fighting somebody and you accidentally mess up and you end up dying, you're able to rewind time and then try it again. Just that concept was so cool to me. So I look at this one and there's aspects of it that I like, but the art direction, I'm not a huge fan of. Like, I feel like they stole like the same art style as like Fortnite and just like put it right over the top of it. But I think it's something to look out for. I played so like the last main trilogy of Prince of Persia games, I played them all and they were very good. So this could be something that's, a sleeper game. The other game that I've been wanting to play that I haven't is it's kind of like a mind-bending game. I don't know if either of you have heard of it, but it's Superliminal. And
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a puzzle game, but you have to like look at objects differently. And so like when you change your point of view,
piece kind of thing.
Yeah, you move a chess piece, but the way you move it is when you look at it and you change your POV, the chess piece increases in size and now it's heavier. And so you can do different.
Oh, that sounds cool.
You can complete different puzzles that way.
Yeah.
Or like if there's a key that's like way too small, you look at it from a different angle and it gets larger and now it like fits in. So like just kind of like cool. Mind-bending like puzzle game, which I think it looks pretty cool. I've never played it, but it's something that I'm like, I should check that out.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
I wouldn't go very far.
No. Oh. You wouldn't know. Despite your huge forehead, there's not much in there.
There was a game that I saw similar to that. It's like those two games where you're like in a prison and one person has to push a lever to get through a door, and then that person has to do something. I can't remember what game I was watching somebody play through it, where it's one person's in the past and one person's in the future, and they have to do things and leave things in certain locations. So the person playing on the other side, it was very interesting. The only thing is that I don't have a friend I care about that much to play that game with. And I also feel like I would lose a friendship playing that game. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be really cool with somebody because you're going to be yelling, screaming, wanting to fight them. Like,
that's part of the fun, though.
You know what I mean? It is. I'm not going to lie.
I have a buddy who we're playing It Takes Two.
Past Within? Is that
what'd you say?
The Past Within?
I think that's what it is. Yeah. Looks pretty cool.
When we're playing It Takes Two, like, sometimes I'm solving these puzzles. I'm like, come on, you idiot. Like, it's just this. And he's like, oh, I didn't realize that. And so that's part of the fun, or just like messing with them. Like, they're about to go jump on a platform and you step off the switch and then they fall.
Yeah. It's pretty fun. But then I'm also the guy who's like so FPS where I see a door and I'm like, the door. And then they're like, dude, you got to search everything. And I see one book. I search it and I'm like, didn't find anything. I'm like that guy. And my buddy Joe, who I usually play those games with, I can always hear him go, and then he mutes himself for a second. Steven, look through the books, dude. And I'm like, all right. Oh, found it. It's 345. And he's like, we've been in this level for 4 hours, dude. You know, I am that guy. So I definitely don't play those games much. But there's a new game that just came out that I don't play, but I'm a huge fan of. And that's Mortal Kombat. So I have been on this like scratching about watching cutscenes. I love the story of Mortal Kombat. I just don't play it because fighting games bore me after like the 6th, 7th fight. I'm like, all right, I'm over this. But that is not the game I'm going to be bringing up. There's a game today I'm bringing up that I started playing a couple days ago, and I'm having some fun with it. It is a free, I don't know if you want to call it AAA title, but I don't know if you guys even seen it. It's been going through my social media everywhere, so I finally gave it a chance. I'm going to play it for you, and let me think what you got. Tell me what you guys think about it, and then I'll let you know if I'm having fun playing it. Let me get this up real quick.
Cue Fortnite.
I know, right? So it is a third-person game, and it is kind of like a zombie mode game, but you hack some of the bosses and you can control them. They become like a guardian, like a pet, and you can get a defender. You can get a sniper. Well, he'll take shots at the main bosses for you. He'll collect health for you, or you can get a dude who just a berserker who it gets crazy. You hit LB and he jumps out and he just starts mollywopping everybody. They're only out for a certain amount of time unless you get kills. You get kills, and then it recharges them faster to bring them back out. The guns are pretty cool. But yeah.
So I guess like my question is this similar to like Back for Blood or Left 4 Dead, where you start the mission, then you complete it, then you move on, or is it just kind of like endless?
So this here is a little different. I did play Back 4 Blood or whatever it was called, and I did get bored with it very fast. This one I'm really enjoying because it is a open whole map. Like you can go anywhere you want, and it does have dedicated spots where they want you to go, but you can go when you want to go there. It's just to finish the mission or to finish that takeover or wipe out all the stuff, you have to go to these certain spots and kill these spawn points. The cool thing I like about it, and I'm not gonna lie to you, is the multiplayer. It has a new aspect of multiplayer that I've never thought about, and it's kind of like there's a time clock, right? And everybody has your team of 3 has a couple lives between you guys, or I think it's like 2 or 3 lives per person. 3 or 4 teams spawn on a map, and at the end of the time, if you're still alive, it adds up all of these little things you guys collect, right? And that's your score. But if you go and just start hunting the other team, they're doing the same missions you're doing, but just different places on the map. So as you run into them, your beasts fight their beasts, you fight them, you pick up better loot, you pick up their stuff, and you get more, I guess, credits or whatever you want to call them. And then if your team wipes out the other teams, it's less fighting you have to do because now you can focus on one team. Now it is a free game. So it does, with free, I know I have to dumb down my expectations because it is a free game. There is a little bit of bugs, not going to lie. There's a couple things that I'm like, these kind of guns all feel the same. Certain guns, mechanic-wise, it's smooth. I've been playing it on PC, so it's a lot different than console. So I'm really playing it that way. Graphics for a free game, they look good. I can run it at really high graphics on my PC and not have an issue. But I've also seen people play it and have some problems. I'm not gonna lie, it has a kind of not a Gears of War feel, but it has that typical third person over the shoulder running there and gun kind of feel. But I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of wanting to go back and play it just for the fact of it's not so competitive. It's kind of just a fun shooter game where I'm not really stressing out. I wanted to see how far I could take things, like waves and waves of these guys without like killing them. So it's been pretty fun. But yeah, man, I brought it up at work, and there's a lot of guys who are actually playing it, and they're having fun with it. But yeah, man, I'm just trying to get in there and find some games. Oh, it's called it's SYNCED. It's on Steam, free. It's a great game. I like the PvP a lot, and I like the PvE. The community, everybody I've been playing with has had mics. Everybody's been cool. So yeah, I'm really digging it. Until Payday comes out, I think this is what I'm gonna be playing for a while. I've been playing that and yeah, enjoying it. But yeah, that's what I got.
I mean, I gotta ask about this name. So is this like Mesa behind you, or is this like Jar Jar Binks saying Misa behind you?
Mesa behind you wouldn't make sense, and Mesa isn't spelled correctly. So either way, it's a flaw. No offense to whoever it is. But.
Yeah. Dope little emote though.
It got me to laugh. I liked it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But yeah, that's a cool game, man. So besides that, is there any movies, anything on your guys' radar for things content-wise coming down the pipe? Nothing?
It's pretty dry right now.
It is dry. So with it being dry, and I know it's dry as hell, streamers, we're reaching out. What is it? With that being dry as hell, we see a lot of streamers, a lot of content creators, a lot of just influencers, I guess, in the gaming space. I see a lot of these dudes reverting back to older games and playing Rainbow Six Siege. Nick Merckx and Tim the Tapman. There's a lot of guys going back playing. As weird as it sounds, there's a couple of people I follow playing PUBG, playing CS:GO. What are some of the content creators or streamers you guys are watching right now? What are they playing? Is anything that they're playing getting you like, I want to try this? Or is it not, you just kind of just taking in the content and rolling with it?
I mean, there's been a couple people I wouldn't know their social media name or whatever. But like I've found like a lot of people playing like retro N64 games, and like I'll find myself just like when people are playing Diddy Kong Racing, gotta watch that game because I know how hard that game is. But just like stuff like that, it's like it's easy to get sucked into, and like it's crazy that people are still playing those games that are like 25, 26, 30 years old, like, and people are watching them play that. And like I think I told you guys like a few months ago, I got into like watching competitive Tetris. Like that was nuts.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Andrew, we have 5 people watching. We're not trying to have one person watching.
I'm just telling you, if you've never watched competitive Tetris, you're missing out.
Hey Matt, you ever gonna watch competitive?
No.
No. Andrew,
I'm gonna leave it there. If you haven't watched it, just watch it.
Matt, right now, what content creator are you watching right now? What streamer are you watching right now?
No streamers. So this is my off season as well. When Call of Duty off season happens, that's my off season too. Because the people I follow in gaming, they they play Call of Duty. So, my summer all the way through to like October is usually pretty dry. For streaming, like people, like I'm not subscribed to Scumpy or anybody. Like I don't even watch like their YouTubes right now. Right now, I'm watching YouTube for other people and other things, but not for like gaming.
Mm-hmm. So who are you watching then? Who are you watching right now? Like who makes you go back to YouTube to watch?
Sidemen every night.
Hilarious.
The thing is, right? Sidemen and Beta Squad. The UK streamers is kind of the best. I'm not gonna lie. Sidemen and Beta Squad, they have like their videos like an hour and a half long. So I can get multiple watches out of it instead of like one 10-minute Mr. Beast video.
Yeah.
Who uploads like once every 10 years now. So I do go back to Mr. Beast when he's there, but Sidemen every night. Anybody in Amp House, AMP House. Anything with Kai in it. But dude, Kai, it's so crazy that like no matter where he is and what he's a part of, he's the funniest person like in the entire building. It's crazy and like it's like very obvious. But anyways, Sidemen, Beta Squad, and then I'm watching a financial guy who like his name is Caleb Hammer. He like does financial audits to people and just like
I know exactly.
Like, goes crazy on them, and it's like the funniest thing.
Andrew? No, he's like, you bought an 05 Honda Civic and your car payment's $800. You can't even afford that, and he's like, yeah.
And then like anytime it's a gas station purchase under like $10, he's like taquitos.
He's so funny, dude.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. But then if I do go on Twitch, I'm looking at Scumpy and stuff. They're playing Apex pretty much. That's the guys I'm watching. And the games like that, they're going back to like Rainbow Six or like CS:GO.
CODs.
I mean, I wouldn't even call them. The CODs are just because they have to have a game pass them over to the next one. But like, those older games, the only reason why they're replayed is because like they're the only versions of that game. Mm-hmm. Like if Rainbow Six Siege 2 came out, they're playing that one instead. But
yeah, for sure.
That's why like it's almost a good thing that like for those games like League of Legends or like World of Warcraft are always gonna be staples because they don't change. Mm-hmm. It's the same game over and people love it like that. And even if there was like a WoW 2 or like a League of Legends 2, they would all migrate to that as well. But
true. There's
just no point in like that. It's like the Overwatch system. Like there was no point in calling it Overwatch 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All you did was like make it feel bigger than it was. But everyone who played Overwatch is still playing Overwatch. Mm-hmm.
I think that was a shot in the air and miss dramatically.
So when you were saying like some of the YouTube people that you were watching, Matt, it made me think, have you guys heard of this guy called Zach Cray? It's like he's relatively small, like he's under 100
player.
No. He's under 100,000 subs, and he like does these pranks, but like they go too far to where like he'll be like, throw the punch, man, and like they will film somebody punching this kid in the face, and then like he'll like square up to him, and so like, and the best part is like if you're looking him up right now, Steven, you're gonna see. Yeah. He looks like the person you'd want to punch in the face. Like
he's like a scrawny little dude.
Scrawny. He's got those nerdy transition glasses that like
I think I have seen this.
Darken as you go into the sunlight. And so like I watched this video where this random dude, he was misidentifying. I don't even want to click on it. He was misidentifying people on purpose. So he'd go up to clearly a guy and say, "Ma'am." And so like one of the guys punched him in the face and broke his glasses.
Oh god!
And if you haven't seen it, it's worth a watch because the kid like he deserves some of the stuff that happens to him. But the other one that I've recently found is a Rocket League streamer on Twitch. Oh, you can show.
Is it this kid?
It's this guy.
Dude, this kid gets
this guy beat up the worst.
Yeah.
I can't hear. It's muted.
I don't want to hear it right now because he says some stuff that's I'm not trying to get banned for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is 15 minutes of altercations where he's getting punched and hit and
but like there was one where he was spray painting his own car at a dealership
Oh yeah, that's where I think I saw him from. The first
and like the security guard like straight up tackles him. So it's funny stuff. It's like Ross Creations kind of pranks.
Yeah, see, some of this stuff is funny for like I'm taking shit and I'm like I have my phone out. I'm like, oh, this is funny, but I can't sit here with a cup of coffee and watch this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this stuff, to me is just like, nah, man, hard pass.
The other streamer that I like, and it's gotten to be the point where I almost watch him daily, and I'm kind of ashamed of it, is this Rocket League streamer who's called AP Slays. And this guy, he exclusively plays 1v1, which is like
already you were telling us about this.
Yeah, the most infuriating game mode. But Steven, if you could just play like 15 seconds of his video, because he's either got like some kind of mental issue or he's acting this.
All right. Because this is not hilarious, Andrew.
I promise, like he's got like a punching dummy that when he gets mad, he beats up the dummy. Go to like 240.
My F up.
So like I don't know if it's for real, like for someone to get this mad.
Matt, could you watch this, Matt?
No.
See,
I can feel Matthew's frustration through the camera.
Yeah,
because
like
my son would watch this, but I couldn't watch this.
I'd watch it though. If you show me like a 30-second clip, I'll watch it. But like,
a
full stream of it, no.
Okay,
it's like Deller. Like, I used to watch Deller's compilations, but only for like the 10 seconds, not for like a full stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it gets a little crazy, man. Like my favorite one right now, because NBA 2K is coming out or already dropped or whatever it is. I've been watching people just getting like fails in NBA 2K and them screaming, and that shit is hilarious. People who are like 99 and ranked overall, missing a free throw or a layup, and then their team losing, and their whole team just clowning on the guy. That shit is hilarious to me. But yeah, lately I feel like I've just been watching the most random stuff of all time. Like I've been watching this guy cut grass, like in grass that are like over. Yeah, it's like overgrown front yards, and he just sits there and cuts. I have no idea. It's because there's nothing that I want to
full
like.
Dad mode.
Yeah, dude. Like I think I've gone so far into YouTube now, where if you look at my YouTube algorithm, it's just like people showing you how to clean leather boots and like restore a knife, or the guy who cuts. He's like, "Hey, look at this front yard's overgrown. Let me help you out, buddy."
You mind if I cut your grass for you for free? Of course.
Yeah. And they're like, "What's the catch?" And they're just like, "I'm doing it for free, and I'm about to make $40,000 off this YouTube video that I don't have to pay shit for." You know what I mean? And it's like, I get it, and these people don't know. They just want a free cut, and all to them. But I don't know. YouTube lately, I've just been catching myself watching shorts than watching actual videos. And in the videos I've been watching, my wife is like, I'm embarrassed because my wife's like comes around the corner and she's like, "What the hell are you watching?" And it's like a guy shining shoes. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's
those restoration videos are pretty nice.
Dude, they are, man. They knocked me out, dude. Melatonin ain't got nothing on the restoration video, dude. So let's restore this lighter, instantly knocked out. You know what I mean? Like,
do you ever?
I don't know what it is.
It's a snooze fest. Is what it is.
Exactly, but I don't know what it is, man. I get hooked, and I just like I gotta watch this dude restore this 1994 like RC car back to the original glory, and I'm just like. An hour and 45 minutes. I'm just sitting there on the couch, and my sons are like, "Dad, what are we watching?" And I'm like, "Shh." I'm just sitting there, and I'm into this. Yeah, exactly. Then my wife walks by and then stops, and she's like, "It's pretty interesting."
Do you ever watch Greg Salazar's the deep PC cleans?
I used to, but it's too much, man. That's a little too much.
Those are
all right.
Crazy.
So we're over here talking about our content creators. We're wrapped up. We're going to get into this game today. The expertise. Who is the expertise for today? Is it my boy Matt?
It's actually me.
Let's see what it is. Hopefully, it's not Rocket League.
It's definitely not Rocket League.
Tetris.
Tough. Thank God it's not Tetris.
It's not Tetris. All right, send it to us.
I don't really have like I don't. When I was typing up who like the stuff was today at 7:20, I realized it was me and I have nothing. So
if you don't have anything, I'll throw a topic. I want you to see if you can just
throw it out there because I really have nothing other than like the Eagles, but like.
So what right now is irking you? Like, what is something that in the news, at work, social media wise, video game wise, content, anything? What is something that just right now you could go on a good 3-4 minute rant about? That's just Starfield looks pretty good too. I've been watching people play that. But what's one thing, Matt, that's just been irking? I know there is something besides this chat right here.
I'll say gas prices, but like it's irking everybody. I don't know. I don't really have like much to complain about right now, to be honest with you. I'm in a good place.
Has your son's poopy diaper started to smell really bad?
I mean, it has, but it doesn't bother. I mean, I knew
his son, so he's like, I hate that little kid now. You know what I mean?
Such is life with the kid. But let me think. Andrew, you go and I'll think because I don't think I have anything.
Something that I feel like has irked me is I feel like this summer in Arizona specifically has been hotter than any other summer that I can remember for like as long as I can remember. And I don't know why. Like, I feel like it's so hot that my AC is like not running at full capacity. Yeah. But like, I don't get it. Like, and I'm like, you can ask my wife, I'm not the type of person that like complains about weather. I just kind of like deal with it. But like this summer has sucked. And like we haven't gotten any rain. Hasn't been like cool. It's just been just freaking hot all the time.
Yeah, man, I agree with that. This year I felt like I don't even want to go swimming. You know what I mean? Like I keep telling my kids, let's go to the splash pad. We walk outside and my kids are just like, damn, Dad, it's hot. And I'm like,
yeah, it's cooking.
Dude, we're going back inside, my guys. Sorry about that. It ain't gonna happen.
But it's
hard
like
pass.
You get up at like 7 and you're going to work and it's already like 98 degrees and you're like, shouldn't it be like at least 85? Like give me an 85. I'll be happy with an 85.
I think we have another month, man, before we get that 85. Yeah, we going to October 20th before
I know there's plenty of times in October's where it's over 100. Yeah, I'm just ready for it to be done.
So let me make a comment about Starfield. Has anybody played Starfield?
Nope.
No, so Starfield, I haven't played it either, but I've been watching a lot of people play Starfield. I do love how there's ways that Starfield is like, you go one path and you can just become an expert within an hour of something, or there's like I don't want to say glitches, but there's ways to maneuver around stuff. Like, did you guys see the video of them stealing all those credits in the game? I thought that was genius, dude. And the fact that they're not going to remove it, they're just like letting it happen, I think is even cooler. It's like think outside the box to make yourself better in the game. I think is dope. You know what I mean? Like for some reason, I feel like Starfield is appealing to its audience, and they're not like, oh, they found a loophole. Let's block that loophole. You know, you can't do it.
Let's patch it.
Yeah, it's patch it. Like there's guys finding like the best gun in the game right when the game came out, but it's like, I guess you could say the game's broken and people are complaining about it, but why? You know what I mean? Like it's fun. You know, it's not something where you're super overpowered. You have a cool higher level gun, but I don't think it's something that's breaking the game. I like how like you can do, if you want to go do the there's one you can go to the museum of all Starfield, and if you go to the simulator at the end and just play the simulator for an hour, when you walk out, you'll have all the credits you need to pilot any ship. So if you want to put in an hour in the simulator, you can walk out with all your credits, or you can just play the game how it's intended to, and eventually you'll get all the credits. So I think it's the way that you can play the game is up to you. I think that's really cool. I don't know if that's something I want to play because I don't like to invest that much time into a game. I do like to watch people play it and do some pretty cool stuff, but Starfield looks really good. I feel like the people who are into Starfield are really enjoying it.
Looks good. The only thing is the planet thing. Like when they said you could explore the entire planet, but it'd be like a small. Which listen,
it's hard to do.
As someone that understands, I don't understand game development at all, but I understand even just a little bit of software engineering because it's my job now. I didn't expect that to ever be a realistic thing anyway, but don't announce it that way either. Like, if you're telling me this is going to be some game changing technology that you somehow find a way to break through, which is going to change gaming forever, which is what it sounds like, an entire playable, scalable planet, which would be impossible to like render, obviously. But like, if you're telling me it's possible, and that it's just like a little small space of it, then you're all you did was overhype us for no reason. And again, even like me knowing that it's semi like unrealistic to think about that ever happening, you announced it to me and you said it was gonna happen.
Yeah, you said
You did it to yourself.
Yeah,
for sure. But do you think Star Wars lives on? Do you think Starfield lives on, or do you think it dies in a couple months?
Yeah, I think it lives on. Like No Man's Sky, I think it's gonna have like a No Man's Sky trajectory where it's like a lot of players and then like it falls off, but then like it plateaus consistently. There's a big bump every once in a while, but people that love those kind of planetary exploration games are addicted to them. Usually, even like the Star Trek one, where it's like not even like anything crazy. You just like click on different planets and mine resources. People that are into those space games are just like super into them. So this one is different than the rest of them in that aspect of like the exploration part of it. So I think it'll be better than like No Man's Sky, and No Man's Sky is like doing well enough to like be a little bit profitable at least. So I think this game lasts a while.
Big update they came out with that's really saved that game.
Big time.
Yeah,
saved that game.
Yeah, it made me play for like 30 seconds, and then when they were like, "You can go anywhere," and I was like, "Nah, you can't really go anywhere." And I was like, "Oh, you can't go everywhere." I was like, "This too big," and I just got out. I was like, "I'm not playing this.
I'm overwhelmed."
Yes, I was like, too many things to think about. I don't want to worry about finding gas and clean air while I'm just flying. So I was like, nah, I'm good. Hard pass. If I can't kill a zombie or a monster within 30 seconds of playing the game,
you
know what I mean?
I need to kill. I need to main.
Are resource whores. I mean, like,
you
even see it in FPS games. Like when you first played like Fortnite, people are just like mining mats. It's like, dude, get away from the materials. Like, I'm in a gunfight over here. So, but I think it is really cool that you have a complete customizable, like every aspect of your ship can be a different resource that you mine or something. Yeah, it's just a really cool concept. Like if you're a grinder and like you're okay with putting years into a game, like the World of Warcraft guys, it's just a really cool way to like customize it. It's as close to like real life simulation in terms of like customized differentiality. Like this shirt is my shirt because I made this shirt, or like this like PC that I built is my PC as I built it. Same thing in like Starfield or StarCraft. Sorry, no, Starfield. Where it's like this is my ship because I made it my ship, and no, this ship is one of a kind. And if someone steals my ship, which happens in Starfield, you're livid beyond belief because it took you 6 months to get that ship.
Yeah, that's where I think I would be upset. That's where I think like when I play Minecraft and I die because I went too far and I died in the lava, I don't want to restart. I just want to uninstall the game and never play it again. But that's just me. And I know there's guys who lose stuff and they're like, all right, got to rebuild. Like the last game I played like that was what's that little? I don't know if you guys played it where it's like Honey I Shrunk the Kid, and you lived in the front yard of that. Grounded. So that was the first game I was like, I'm gonna beat this game. You know what I mean? Like I don't like the resource. No, I did beat it. It did take me almost a year, but I did beat it. And but you have to pick up so many blades of grass to make stairs to get to here to get to there. And it was cool. The ants aspect of it, like the bugs, the fact that spiders would just randomly attack you. I thought it was really cool. But I knew there was parameters. I knew that it's just the front yard. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And with every update, it pushed the story even further. So it was cool. So like the first month, it was just this small spot. So we knew everything. The next update, it got a little bigger. Mm-hmm. I think that's what helped me out the most. But if they would have gave it to me all at once, I think I would have been like, this is way too much. I'm not dealing with this, and I would have backed out. But yeah, I'm not a guy who likes to craft. I'm not also a guy who likes to. If you tell me to go pick up rocks, I'm picking up rocks. I'm not going to figure out. I'm going to make a table to make a chimney to make a brick of gold. Like I'm not doing that, man. Like can't kill zombies or a monster within 15 minutes of playing the game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But that's just me. And then with that mentality, I feel like I miss out on a lot of good games. People tell me all the time, You're missing out on a lot of great games because you're want to kill zombies and monsters, and you don't.
Isn't there like a big mining and like resource gathering in Fortnite though? Would you love Fortnite?
No, once they paid no bill mode, it was on. They got no bill mode. I don't have to worry about no resources. I just go. The only thing I have to hoard or pick up is ammo. Besides that, it's just no technique now. Just shoot. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty much what it is. But
that's fair.
So let's get into this game. Wrap it up.
All right, gentlemen. The game tonight.
Tetris.
No.
Yeah. Exactly.
No competitive Tetris tonight. Tonight, what we are doing is a simple draft. And because I'm going out of town and I'm going camping this weekend, I thought it'd be cool to know and do a draft as summer's coming to an end. Best summer activities. So we'll start with Matt. We'll do a snake. We'll do Matt, Steve, and me. Actually, no, I'll be in the middle. I think that's fair. I'll be in the middle. So Matt, me, Steven, and then we'll do snake. And we'll do 4 rounds of drafting summer activities.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get the clear number 1 pick, and it's swimming. And that includes all kinds of swimming. That means going to the beach and swimming.
Dig it.
Don't even try and pull that. Yeah. If you have to get in water and swim.
Whoa. Where are we camping?
It's not camping. It's just summer activities.
Oh, summer activities. I think
yeah.
I'm sorry.
So swimming.
Yeah.
But I will caveat this. It doesn't include all water. It includes all like submerging in water. So beach, swimming pools, kiddie pools. But like I don't want to say what the other stuff is, but those don't count, if you know what I mean. Anything that we submerge yourself in water. So I'll take swimming. That's easily the number 1 pick. I automatically have an edge over everybody.
Yeah, because now we got to figure out. You should have set the scenario and been like, everybody has a pool, and you know.
No, I wanted to keep it open.
We'll figure it
out. So my number 2 pick would be going to a water park.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was thinking.
So like you got the tubing, you got the wave pool,
everything but swimming.
Everything but just regular swimming.
So the wave pool's off limits.
You don't have to. You can sit on the tube on the wave pool.
Pool.
That's discounted points for your wave pool. That's it.
Yeah, you can only go up to your knees though. You know what I mean? Once you get above your knees.
Wading only. No one swims.
Imagine a lifeguard's like, get on your tube.
So if it's my pick and I get to go back to back, I'm gonna pick breathing. So I get all forms of breathing on summer. Does that count? Andrew's no, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go with summer activities. You said right? That's what we're doing. Summer activities. Dude, this sucks because swimming is pretty. Yeah, is this 5? 4?
4.
Okay.
5 would be.
I'm gonna say summer activities. I'm gonna say barbecuing. I'm gonna go barbecuing. Barbecuing is the last. Besides wave pool and swimming and being underwater, there's not really much you can do, you know, Andrew. But thanks, man. We'll go barbecue. Barbecue is a great one. The next one for summer activities is going to be staying inside because we live in Arizona and it is 115 degrees. So I'm going to say summer activity is staying inside and playing some video games. So staying inside, and it counts as everything inside.
Fair enough.
Everything.
We're gonna have to like combat that rule. It's too overpowered. Not today though. We're rolling with it. Let's see. Summer activity. I'm gonna throw it out there because I'm gonna be doing it tomorrow. We getting out of the heat and going camping.
There you go. That counts. Camping, summer activity.
Out of the heat.
Yeah, like
good flag. Go someplace not hot.
Yeah, we're going up to Payson.
I'm jealous. I wish I was up in there Payson. That'd be fun.
Wait, why are you so confused about getting out of the heat?
I'm not confused.
You look like disgusted that we were getting out of the heat. Like that's the point. We're getting out of the heat.
That's the point of summer?
No, to get out of that's the point of going camping is to get out of the heat. Because the Stevens point, it's freaking hot here.
Yeah.
So someone in Minnesota, when they go camping.
We're not in Minnesota.
Well, no, okay. It doesn't matter. He said summertime activities. Like
summertime
in Arizona.
I mean, we didn't specify that, but
exactly.
That's why I'm going camping. I'm just saying camping in general.
It's like someone like far north Canada is like, they can't camp because they're not in heat.
No, they could.
They could. He's just saying he's going camping on a summer vacation, on a summer activity because it's hot here.
Mm-hmm.
He's going someplace cold, colder, nicer weather.
Cooler.
But not everyone goes camping. Like
I'm not saying everyone goes camping.
That. He's not saying that. He didn't say that. He just said
right. But like that's like the point of the draft.
No, the point of the draft is fun activities to do in the summer, and a summer activity is camping.
But you could just left it there, like it shouldn't to get out of the heat.
Well, I said I'm going to get out of the heat.
The point of camping is actually to go outdoors and live off the grid for a little bit and enjoy nature's beauty. However that looks to you is up to you, but like
there's far too much insight.
Anyway, cool. So I got swimming. I get backpack picks. I'm camping's a good one, but not for the reasons you said. I'm going with kayaking / canoeing.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And also going with, because I have back-to-backs, with fishing.
Yeah.
Ooh, fishing's good.
So you are not fishing a camping trip.
I am going to be fishing on my camping trip.
No, but you can't because I have it. But also you're going to be like in icebox weather, right? So there's no fishes anyway.
I didn't say that. I said we're getting out of the heat. That's it.
I like how you're just destroying his pick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go for it, Andrew.
Well, I'm going to take another boating activity and just do like tubing or wakeboarding, water skiing, anything with the actual boat on the lake.
Can you pick one? What are you doing? I just said kayak.
All inclusive. All inclusive.
Therefore, you can't take all boating.
Anything that has an engine and a boat is what I am claiming.
This man just said, let's get around that rule, and then pulls the rule out right now.
Like, I said not tonight.
And then double downs on it, Matt. He's like, this is a terrible rule, but I'm going to exploit this rule one more time.
Yeah, of course.
It's all good. I'm going to say it's summertime. Your kids are out of school. We're going to a theme park. We're going to Disneyland. I'm going to go theme park. Theme park is what you do. Get out of the heat because it's hot here. We're gonna go to like San Diego or go to the zoo, like a theme park like that. You know what I mean? Disneyland, something like that, because it's hot. Next one is because it's summertime. Man, this is a hard one because all the good ones are taken. Because Andrew has every boat, and then Matthew has if you touch water, it's his.
Sounds like you need to pick something that we can't touch.
Yeah, I guess so.
There's nothing left.
Usually during the summer, we usually go to this place down the street. It's not too far from the house. We go. It's an indoor, glow in the dark mini golf course. Me, Carson, and Jackson have been there probably like about 6 times, undefeated. But I'm also playing against an 8-year-old and
3D glow golf. Is that where?
No, we want to go. We do want to go there, but this one's called like Jungle something. They're just like, if you know my youngest son, he loves jungle animals. So there's like gorillas everywhere and stuff like that. But we go mini golfing. Mini golf is pretty fun.
I do like
good summer activity, and it's inside. So
that was your second pick, right?
Yep, that was my fourth one.
I just feel like we're really missing like the draft aspect of this. Isn't it like a universal thing that people do in summertime that everyone loves? Because people go mini golfing every day of the week, no matter if it's summer, winter, or fall or spring.
But Steven, I think it's a wonderful pick.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I just want to clarify.
Andrew, I'm having fun playing your game, Andrew. I'm having fun playing your game.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
I'm winning. I'm having fun. I just want us to know.
Let me drop this bomb on you.
Is this like a personal 3-man draft? Like what our 3 favorite things are, or like what is unanimously a good summertime activity?
Yeah, but that's the point about drafts. Is it's not like it doesn't have to be what everybody wants.
No, that is the point of the draft. Is that there's a clear number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pick that everyone knows is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pick, and so on and so forth.
Let me throw this one out there because I'm surprised we haven't said it. We're going to those blockbuster movies.
That's a good one.
Not like where you go and rent a movie, but like the actual movie theater for
cinema.
the summer blockbuster movie.
And what movie's that right now? What are you watching?
I mean, summer's over.
It's still 100 degrees here. Summer's not over until December 28th.
Yeah, seriously.
So on that note, since you're such a big summertime, since like summertime is like movie time for you, what'd you see this summer in the movie theaters?
In Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, one film out of all the summer days. That's such a cool summertime activity where you go once out of the entire summer.
That's not my personal favorite. That's why I picked it on my 4th on the draft.
So now we're going with not our personal favorites. I see how this goes.
It was left over.
Yeah, it was Matt. Matt made a good point. Let me make a pick that everyone thinks is unanimously a good thing to do this summertime.
You're just mad because I picked it before you.
Well played, my man.
Once again, I go to the movies every week.
But you can't see summer blockbusters except for in the summer. Thank you, Steve.
And
I got you. You know what I mean?
We're on the same page here. Here's the thing. And both of you can and don't, which makes it not a summertime activity for you guys. What are we talking about right now?
Yeah, I only go during the summer.
Saw like one movie the entire summer.
I saw Into Spider-Verse in theaters twice.
I think I haven't seen a movie since like last December.
No, you have. It was with me because we were in Vegas.
Oh yeah, it was with
that's I know you've seen one movie the entire summer. Andrew's seen one movie the entire summer.
I saw Super Mario.
Which it wouldn't even matter. It wouldn't even matter when that film. It's not like a summertime film. It's just like it could have came out whenever we would have seen it.
It came out in the summer.
Hey Andrew, I respect your. I
some
respect
activity.
Hey, I got you, dog. I got you. Summer blockbuster. It's not blockbusters.
He doesn't have any picks left.
It's like out of the entire summer this summer.
He's thinking
between the three of us. We saw about 10
He's reading,
films.
dude. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. His mouth.
We saw about 10 films, and I saw 8 of them.
No, you probably saw 9 of them, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
No, well, I mean, I guess Flash counts as like a collective one between me and you. So yeah, you're right. I've seen 9 of the 10.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not much left, like you guys are talking about. But I mean, my first 3 picks are like locked in to actual summertime activities.
Camping, summertime.
It is. I mean, it's just so hot in the summer. You have to get out of the heat because.
No, that's just what I'm doing.
Yeah, because it's summertime, and you want to get out of the heat during summer.
It
might as well just be winter.
But you don't want to go camping in winter.
That
turns into the alone show.
Well, to your point, you go camping in the winter here in Arizona, like in Phoenix?
Nope.
Anyways, I mean, I'd probably just pick hiking.
It's good.
Fair.
I know. If it's like going up somewhere to like be ranked, I smash it out of the park.
So are you hiking here in Arizona in the summer?
This is like me. I have before. As you can see, I'm pretty chunky, but
hiking mid. I just love how Andrew's question was like summer activities. So I'm thinking in my head barbecues,
good.
Slides.
Barbecue was a good
slides. One. But then I was like, he was so vague. Yeah, but then he was so vague on like anything that could be done in the summer.
Slip and slide is much better than mini golf.
No, I do love mini golf during the summer because you get better rates. I'm not paying $20 to go mini golf.
Hey,
mini
golfing.
Everything is better.
It is.
Summer. Everything's more like everything like family wise is cheaper summer just because it's
except for
vacation.
Yeah.
Except for what?
So that's
except for gas.
No, I'm talking about family activities. I didn't say
I didn't say utilities. You gotta use gas to get there.
It's like me saying, "Oh yeah, except for air conditioning." Yeah, obviously, like.
Yeah. So new rule baseball. Oh yeah,
baseball game was good. I did do that a couple times this summer.
I'm not playing no baseball, bro.
Dude, baseball's fun.
I know for a fact the person I'm making right now hasn't played baseball in 10 years.
Who?
Markel.
Hey.
Hit Markel's summertime activity is looking forward to fall so he can play 2K. That's what he's doing in the summer.
That's a good activity.
Waiting for fall.
Waiting for fall.
Yeah.
No.
Waiting for
I feel you though. I love how anytime we can get Matthew off his game and get him heated at Andrew is always a plus.
It's a clear win.
Mm-hmm.
If it means
anything,
I
don't think it might be.
I don't either.
This might be the clearest win I've ever had in the draft.
I think
I have swimming. You guys have no chance.
Markel, you're still in here. Tell us who you think won. Tell us who you think won.
Markel's not going to say me. He's biased.
No, he'll be impartial.
He's a good judge. He's a good judge of character.
Will not be impartial.
I think he will. Yeah, I think he's an honest man.
I told Markel he sucks at 2K today. He's going to hate me for the rest of the day.
Well, why would you say that?
That's hearsay.
Because he sucks at 2K. Yeah. I mean, it's the truth. I'm not lying to him. It's just he happens to not like me for it. Yeah, so me. Okay, so automatically between me and Andrew.
He didn't say Matt wins though. That's the
important he did it. If I was picking,
I have the number one most accessible water activity there is.
Submerging yourself.
2 of them actually, fishing and swimming.
I have 2 though too. I have boat. I have boat.
Boat's not. No, boat's not accessible. That's a lot of money for a boat.
That's not part of the game.
Money's not an option here.
The majority of people would rather swim and could actually really what it is
than
go to a boat.
Oh my gosh.
So
you can't swim, then you going with my option. We go barbecue, theme park, mini golf. You know what I'm saying? Staying inside. You know what I mean? Like good summer activities.
Mm-hmm.
I think I win this, boys. All right, let's wrap it up.
That was the game.
That was a good draft. Let's get a little more.
One of the worst we've had. One of the worst drafts we've ever had.
I think, to be honest with you, Matthew, I think that Andrew came up with that game 3 seconds before it came out of his mouth.
I think he thought I was gonna have a longer expert topic and was waiting to push it another 10 minutes and just like, man.
He's like, he was texting his wife, babe, I need you to come through this time.
No.
I need that answer. And she
said,
was
the crazy part is that like summer's past. Like, I don't know why you brought up summer.
Yeah.
Like, fall's literally on it right here. We're in fall.
I said summer is ending.
No, summer's done. It's not ending. It's done.
Is it?
I don't know. It's still 100 degrees outside there. I think summer's. So I have to put a jacket on. I think it's summertime.
September 23rd, the official solstice end. It's over. Summer's done.
We're not there yet.
As soon as pumpkin spice comes out for Starbucks, it's a wrap for summer.
No.
All right. Well, this is where we agree to disagree. I'm agreeing with Matthew on some of this and agreeing with Andrew on a lot of this. But
thank you.
That is the episode today. Thanks for everybody hanging out, chatting up in the comments. Like, subscribe. Give us your thoughts on who you think won. I'm going with my money on me. Matt's probably going with him, and Andrew's probably going with me too. So
actually, you know what? I'll vote Steven just to get the win.
There you go. We won. It's my first win.
Yeah, that's out of 100 votes. There's 1 for Steven, 99 for Matt.
I appreciate everybody being here. You know, God bless. Take care of yourselves. Follow us on everywhere you have social media. We out. If I can push the button. Peace.